choice! Orochi's Fury!
Cyan Instant!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
I won't forgive you!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Whoa. This is amazing.
You... You always get excited when you find some... something good.
We should hurry and get this stuff processed.
It's quite hot here. The climate feels...
Out of our way!
Orochi's fury!
small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
So we're back in the Zion Mine tunnels. Who would have thought we'd be going through this place again? This is where you and I first fought together.
And also the first time we touched, as I recall.
Wait, really?
Yes, really.
So this path is supposed to take us out to Berg Volcano?
We're not gonna see any lava burst out in front of us or anything, are we?
Don't get so paranoid you let a rock fall on your head, Law. So hot.
Well, yeah. We've reached the inner portion of Berg Volcano.
We need to find that starship. And fast.
Coming through!
Azure Storm!
Water, here my...
Oh my!
Azure Storm! Here I come!
It's a duel of the arts.
Orochi's fury!
Escape my judgment!
Flying free!
Why can't they just sit still?
Shio, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Here I come!
An astral...
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
No escape!
Do it! Small!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry. Let's see what you've got.
Orochi's fury!
Azure
Storm!
Water!
Here I come!
You have to aim for the bright area on their back.
Azure Storm!
Pesky airborne scouts are
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Be my guest! I'm not done! Azure Storm! No escape! We did it! Not a chance!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Damn it! No escape! You're mine!
You see what happened there as you crossed me? Shouldn't have done that.
Why'd you human?
To stop you dying?
Let's tear it up!
Glacial Spear!
Smash you! Does it hurt? Does it hurt? Eat this! Hurricane! I'm ready! I'll crush you! Lightning lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I can feel my power growing!
We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
Huh.
I won't forgive you!
Here I come! Eat this!
Rising
Fury! Rising Wyvern!
Your hide is thick as armor!
Strike! I'm not done!
Hold on to your art! Here I come! Glad you have your uses!
I'll show you how useful I can be!
Fury!
Do it! Black and gray!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Looks like we won.
You can make plants grow instantly? What if we use this for fruits and vegetables?
I'd rather not be our party's fertilizer. Thank you very much.
Coming through!
Black
and gray!
Here you go!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Hold on to your heart! Here I come! Do it!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
Begin!
Orochi's Fury!
Swallow dance! Do it! One! Hey! Blow them away!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Retreat if you know what's good for you. I'm on it. Take this. Eat this. Demon Talon Hurricane. If it curls up, time to get out of the way. I'm ready.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Now! Take this!
No armor can stop me.
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Take this! Rising Falcon!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop you.
Where are you going?
I'll work you through. Do it.
Shion!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
My turn!
Eat this. Raging Lunar Storm. I'm ready.
Lost!
Demons descend. Flashing Fang. My fists are crushing it out there!
My face is starting to sting. And my throat feels super parched.
Here, have some water. Just make sure you don't drink too much.
Thanks.
You want some too, Shion? Oh, wait. I bet you're hungry more than anything, aren't you?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Here I come! Orochi's Fury!
No more playing nice! By the power of blood! Glimmer flame! Come on a roll now! None shall escape my... It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Take it!
Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclops!
Well then, let's keep moving. Everything okay with Hootle, Rinwell? He seems kinda out of spirits.
It must be the heat getting to him. We don't get...
Galaglians born and raised here struggle with it too, so it's no surprise.
Aha! So that's why his plumage is so white. He was born...
Actually, Dan and owls absorb the astral energy of whatever land they're raised in. Where they're born doesn't affect... But that's not why he's white. The real reason is that he's still...
You mean their plumage changes color depending on where they grow up?
And with all this traveling we've been doing, it wouldn't surprise me if his wings ended up looking like a colorful paint.
I think he suits his snowy complexion. It'll feel strange to see him...
How awesome would it be if his head and wings were different colors? And his stomach and sides, like a map of our... Ow, lay off, will ya? So much for the heat making him docile.
You've only yourself to blame for that one. Who...
Fascinating. An appreciation of aesthetic...
Dohalim, I think...
Sorry, but this fight ends here! Go faster!
Now, Asuna!
Right!
This is the power of the blazing sword!
It's on!
Take this! Eat this!
Got you! Go! Confiscated!
This armor won't save you!
Hear my call!
Sword Rain Alpha! Aim for the weak! I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Finely timed waltz.
This one's mine!
Orochi Fury!
The enemy wields ours too.
You'll soon see about that! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I was
Now!
at the wall!
Strike!
Confiscated!
I'm not done!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Sword Rain Alpha! Here I come!
You shouldn't have messed with me!
Orochi Fury! Ignite!
Hold on to your art! Here I come!
Take this! Sword Rain Alpha! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I've been doing really great lately.
This might be... equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
Now you see what I can do. Ready and ready.
Reload!
Here's
evil!
I'm on a roll now.
Rising one! You're mine!
I can carve through armor.
I'm not done!
I'm on.
Hear my
This
call!
one's all mine!
Spread!
Are you ready? Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade. Nice one, Alphin.
Yeah, there's more where that came from.
No backing down.
Let the marksman handle this!
Here
I shall ensure you survive this. I'm just getting started.
None shall escape my judgment!
Not today!
Rip and tear.
Sword Lane Alpha!
Here goes!
I'm ready. Hey, pull them away.
You're mine!
Acceptable.
Damn, we will do it. Gotta be quick,
Do it.
or I'll take all my. Hey, pull them away.
My turn!
These fists has got your name on them.
Lunar Blast! Once and
Sword Lane Alpha!
Annihilation!
My turn! Strike! Azure
Take
Storm!
this.
Sword Lane Alpha!
Good things come.
Do it!
And you take it in an instant! Impact Block!
To achieve such harmony.
Takes a singular will.
This bridge will hold itself together, right?
Most definitely. Though I won't make any promises.
Which? What is it?
Out of our way!
I'm on it!
Raging Lunar Storm.
Reload!
Glimmer Dragon.
Eruption!
Rosie Fury!
By the power of water!
Hit a word. Earth smoke.
Mega Ray!
Do it. See what happened there as you crossed me. Should've done that.
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. Like we're gonna lose to small fry.
What's this thing?
Gotta break through! Azure Storm!
Confiscated! Ready!
I'm on it.
Cyan
Take this! Strike!
Eagle Ray. I'll finish you here
Here
and
I
now.
come!
Do it!
Hey, pull them away. How's that?
Now! Here I come!
Acceptable.
Azure Storm! Rosie Fury! You're finished!
Hear my call!
Power to do it.
Here I come!
Demons descend. Flashing fang.
My turn!
Escape
Take
my
this!
judgment!
Elusive deity.
Rising Falcon!
Rotating pile driver.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
No backing down. I'll smash you.
Here I come!
Take it.
Burn!
I can handle a little damage. I'm just
No
getting
escape!
started. Take this. Coward Hurricane.
Where are you going?
Let's tear him up. Raging Lunar Storm.
Blazing storm!
Sword Lane out!
Eat this. Make you
I
look
warn
good.
you!
Clear for us attack.
Take it! Oh no!
Searing
Do it!
Xeon, astral energy, full throttle!
The flame inside me is yours to be let free! Rising Wyvern! Void Flash!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Lunar corruption!
You're mine!
Lunar blast!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Raging Luna!
The fluidity of
Xeon,
them.
astral energy, full throttle!
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Coming through.
Take this!
Now you see what I can do!
Not on my watch!
You're finished! Routine Fury! You picked the wrong fight! You're mine!
No further! Now I'm
Routine
in the
Fury!
groove!
Doubling!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
I'll take you all off! You're mine!
Not in your dreams! Reload!
Crush!
Into the
Void
tank!
Flash! Slice!
Mega Ray! Do it!
Take this!
Kisara, frozen!
Hammer!
My turn!
We got the advantage!
Good.
I can carve
Just
through
have to make sure
armor!
we keep it.
Don't worry, cause Raw's on!
It's on!
Confiscated!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Getting started!
Lunar corruption!
Those are impressive skills. They took a lifetime to master. Well, keep training.
Here I come!
I'm ready for the next battle! It's crazy to see rocks melt before our eyes.
Watch where you're going, everyone. If you fall, there will be nothing left of you.
Exactly. So don't try anything funny. Especially you, Law. No pushing anyone, not even as a joke.
I'm not a little kid!
I didn't know you had that sort of trick up your sleeve, Dohalim. I would have figured rocks and plants would be too different for you to handle both.
Out of our way!
Now you see what I can ready and ready!
You escape!
Radiant Pierce!
Routine Fury!
Raging Lunar Storm!
Rising Wyvern!
Watch it!
Glacial Here's evil! Bloodmite! Freeze
Raising you up! Violent Hurricane!
Here's evil!
Do it!
Routine Fury!
Bloodmite! Demons descend! Flashing Fang!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Rising Wyvern!
Freeze laser!
I'll crush you! lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha! Flame
carve
inside
through
me,
water.
yearns to be let
Do
free!
it! Hey, when did I get so popular? Rending you apart.
Do it! Don't
All yours, Kisara.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
No choice! Azure Storm!
Clear for us.
Burn!
Talon Horn!
Glacial Warrior!
I'm on.
Strut!
Blow away!
Strut! Sword Rain Alpha! Rising Wyvern! Point Blast!
I never miss!
Talon Storm! Take this! Strut!
I'll heal you
Rising Falcon!
Do it!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Shield!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Here, let me help.
First in a bind?
Take this! Sword Rain Alpha!
Do it! Ringwell!
Frozen!
Hammer!
With the earth!
Stalagmite! Rending you apart!
Azure
I'm
Storm!
ready! I'm ready!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
My fists are crushing it out there!
Out of our
Here
way!
goes!
Not today! Take it! Azure Storm! You're mine!
I can carve through negative
Here
here
we
again!
Azure Storm!
Hit a word! Earth smoke!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
I'm not done!
This one's mine!
I'm ready!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See
The
that?
training's paying off!
Denied!
Flare tornado!
This!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Azure Storm!
Do it!
Take! Blow them away!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
What the hell is that thing?
Probably that monster Nath warned us about, if I had to guess.
Do you think this might have been where one of those lights that shot out of the wedge landed?
But why this location? If the purpose of the wedge is to harvest Dana's astral energy.
We can figure that out later. If that thing gets into town, it's going to cause chaos. We need to take it down and move on. Let's go! This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Here it comes! Focus!
On your toes, everyone!
Suddenly turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared.
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch!
It's summoning Zoogle? Take care of them while keeping an eye on it.
Burn in hell!
Come on, roll now! Negative tear him up! Now you see what I can do! Roll now!
No escape!
I never miss!
Orochi's Fury!
Raging Luna
Eat
Storm!
this! Talon
Take
Hurricane!
No escape!
Rip and tear!
Strike!
Death Blossom!
Azure Storm! This one's all mine!
Clear for us a path!
Take this!
Azure Storm!
Aqua Serpent!
Here I come!
Talon Hurricane! I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
Raging Luna Storm!
First aid!
Okay, here I go!
Begin for Swallow
No
Dance!
escape! You picked the wrong fight!
Taking fire!
Azure Storm!
Roll now!
You're mine!
Fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
I'll smash you! Now I'm in the groove!
Soaring block!
Here, let me have it! Soar!
I'm ready! Absolutely! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together!
Like a finely timed waltz.
This one's mine!
Take it! No escape!
First aid!
I'll take you all on!
Instant!
Burn!
Now I'm in the groove! Nothing gets by me! Mega Ray!
You're mine!
I'm all stuffed up!
I'm not done!
Raging Luna
What's
Storm!
this? Here, let me help you! Now I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Here, let me hurricane!
Azure Storm!
Talon hurricane!
No escape!
Eagle fly! Talon sword! Healing art!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Aid! Cyan
Azure
instinct! If it's in the
Storm!
sky, it's mine! I can carve through armor! Denied!
Take
Cyan
this!
instant!
Aqua Serpent!
Gemini aqua!
Rising River!
Steel dare! Reload! Eagle assault! Will this help?
Lost my focus! Catapult!
Healing serpent!
Shattering catapult!
Pieces! Hear my power!
Thanks!
Spread! Glacial spear! Here, this one's mine! It's weakened! Everlasting
This ends now!
All yours, Kisara!
Here come more!
We'll just have to keep fighting.
Azure
The
Storm!
enemy wields arms too.
We'll soon see about that.
Orochi's Fury!
Leading pile driver! Talon hurricane! Rip and tear!
Raging Luna Storm!
Lightning!
You're mine! I'm not done!
Not on my watch! Heart sealed!
You're mine! Orochi's Fury!
Healing blood!
Okay, here I go. Sword Rain
Do it!
Alpha! Oh! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Reinforcements incoming! Not a problem!
Heart sealed! No!
No escape! Orochi's Fury! Sword Rain Alpha!
I'll smash you! Now I'm in the groove!
Annihilation! Art expert, come through!
My turn!
Another one of you! Soaring blast! Denied! Lunar Talon Hurricane! Gemini
Do it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Now! You're
Raging
mine!
Luna Storm!
I'm not done!
Don't mind if I do.
Swallow
I'm not
Dance!
done!
Eagle Assault! Talon
Azure
Hurricane!
Storm!
One more! Where are you going?
Negative
Expert,
gate!
coming through!
Super Swallow Dance! Anything in order to get them on!
Not hurricane!
By the power of water! Eagle Sword!
No escape! Orochi's Fury!
I'm ready!
Do it! Explosive Ring!
This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash! A merry distraction.
You're
There's
mine!
still more to go! Far enough!
Negative gate!
Talon Storm!
It's wide open!
It won't escape me.
Art sealed!
I'm ready!
Xion, astral energy! Full throttle! It's about to strike!
Look Look sharp, everyone!
Everyone all right?
We won't surrender. We won't retreat. Not yet.
Whatever you do, just please stay safe. Here's a healing arc!
No rest for the
How
wicked.
are we supposed to take on something so big?
I'll handle it.
Alphen!
Watch and learn! That's enough! Go back down!
Everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That thing scared the pants off me.
It felt like it had a different aura than other Zeugles, didn't it?
Yeah. It wasn't like the one that Almadria sicked on us either.
Its elemental astral energy variance was out of this world. It was like fighting a lord.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the wedge, it must have played some part in helping harvest astral energy. But what?
Perhaps a living spirit vessel? It's plausible, given the location. Or it may be part of a new force dispatched to regain control of Dana.
If we assume that monster was one of the 4 beams of light, we must have prevented something from taking place here.
I'd like to think so, knowing how much grief it gave us. But at least with that out of the way, we can keep moving forward now. Let's go.
So I still had room to grow.
Hey, is that it over there?
Alphen?
Did you remember something?
No, but I have seen this starship before. this is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis.
Three centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals.
Damn! I'm amazed it still works at all after all this time.
The past meets the present. I really am from a different time and place.
Yeah, but you've got us now, Alphen.
Not only that, but you've helped out so many people, too.
Law's right. Rinwell too. You're one of us now. No more carrying the weight of history on your shoulders. You're a part of this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
How's it look?
It should fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However, considering how long it's remained inactive, I suspect it will take some time before it's ready for takeoff.
How much time are we talking here?
Starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
So we've just got to sit around here and wait? I'm terrible at waiting.
That's because you're a child. Oh, but how about we use this time to prepare and gather supplies for the trip?
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lenegis once we leave. We should prepare ourselves for every possible scenario before we go.
Let's try not to stay away too long. I'd hate for anything to happen to the place while we're gone.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution to ensure we have no regrets.
Works for me.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
What's on the other side of this door, anyway?
Why ask me when you can just open it and find out?
This is...
But this is...
Right.
Kisara. Oh.
Whack! Nice one, Alphen.
Thanks. Gotta keep up with the competition.
Personally, I prefer Bologna.
Looks like some solid equipment.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
It's funny, isn't it?
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegis.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both Lenegis and the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
The people of Lenegis?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on Lenegis who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegis. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissance too.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Xion can finally get rid of her thorns. Xion?
Huh? Yeah.
Where? Xion? Where'd Xion go? How could she just go off on her own? Xion. Xion! It's your thorns? But why? You okay? Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
Stay out of my way.
Wait a second. Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
I won't let you.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case, then go ahead and shoot me!
Do you remember back when I was stabbed? By Volron?
Yeah. I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time.
Huh?
The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
I believe you, Xion. But tell me how is something like that possible?
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me. I have no idea why, but my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before your death?
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death. I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait. The whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
If I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
That was the plan. But then I met all of you. And before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Shion, don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to.
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well. It was only a suspicion at first. But ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis. When the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens...
They will consume all existence.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renaissance on your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
But that's... too much. It's way too much.
When this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Danans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die, but I don't want to. Not now that I have this. I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
Shion!
Alvin?
Living for the sake of dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this?
Alvin.
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen. We can fight this. Fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else, too?
Shion, what do you want? It's your decision, ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
And me too. I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
You guys...
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope.
Huh?
Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection to her thorns. The true nature of which, I imagine we will discover as we make our way to Lenegis and uncover the truth of what's unfolding here.
I take it you mean we might find a way to get rid of her thorns and she'll live?
It's certainly possible. Though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
So be it. I've already lost everything I had once. And I won't let it happen again. Shion. No matter what happens from now on, we're right here with you. All of us are. You are not alone.
You guys... You're all so stubborn. Thank you, everyone. For right now, and a little while longer, I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you. So let's go. On to Lenegis.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Well, that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelegion. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, Even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams, but a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it. Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard,
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, but it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her?
I'm sure it made her happy, knowing...
You...
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah, I really hope so. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way, but over time, we've all found ways to let each other in. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts.
Rinwell.
Did you know?
You mean about she?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time, though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her, no matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point, but I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is. Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Danans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadheim, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the blazing sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two, and before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renins. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
But then, I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I've met too many people along the way who so I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Danans and Renins, can find... But I swear I'll be there with you.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
Everyone well rested? Then let's go. We depart for Lenegus.
Huh? Why are you staring at me?
Oh, we thought we'd turn the tables and critique your appearance for a change.
It's not fair.
Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes, when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time. Of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No. When I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Rise and shine. We're almost ready to leave.